If you read between the black box on the Epstein list, it's easy to see 9/11. But if you look even closer, you could easily see that Epstein was Mossad. It's very annoying to anyone who's been researching Epstein to see the Trump-appointed team tasked with declassifying the Epstein list dancing like uncles at a wedding with binders of information that have been available online for years. Here are the quick facts, no conspiracies, because everyone else is lying. Jeffrey Epstein definitely worked for Israel. Not some random Middle Eastern country like new FBI Director Dan Bongino said. Epstein didn't have a business. He was financed by billionaire philanthropist Leslie Wexner, who was the CEO of Victoria's Secret. Makes you wonder, was Victoria's Secret getting sex trafficked on an island? Think about the next time your sister wants to stop there at the mall. Les Wexner is one of the richest Zionists in the world and funds some of America's favorite conservatives. Yes, he's still alive. Yes, the victims have accused him, and no, he's not in jail. Epstein's wife, Ghislaine Maxwell, who's currently doing 25 to life for sex trafficking, was the right-hand mastermind behind it all. The Florida estate, the ranch in New Mexico, the luxury Manhattan apartment, and the infamous ritual temple on the Virgin Islands. Ghislaine Maxwell was the bottom bitch, the female voice needed to coax the girls to every location. Yes, Ghislaine was trafficking girls and shaking hands with everybody worth knowing in America, was perhaps an even more evil manipulator than Epstein himself, but what's even more interesting is that her father, Robert Maxwell, was quite literally an Israeli spy. Robert Maxwell was a murderous double agent who literally stole US intelligence and sold it to American enemies. When his cover was blown, Mossad killed him. With direct links to MI6, the KGB, and Mossad, he was like the Godfather mixed with John Wick of Israel. His brutal use of mafia tactics, intelligence, and blackmail created the country of Israel you know today. Even former Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Shamir said he has done more for Israel than can today be told. It sounds like a movie, but this is all public and well documented for decades now. Imagine what else they're hiding in these binders. The point is, Epstein's blackmail operation is impossible to work alone. And if you wonder why you see the Star of David next to every American politician, this is why. It's why this is the most taboo subject in the world, but the veil is being lifted. My friend Ian Carroll went on the Joe Rogan podcast today and discussed this topic on the biggest conversation platform in the world. He ratioed Elon Musk with this topic on his own platform. The biggest voices in the world are no longer capable of avoiding it. And one thing that's obvious enough through the redacted blackouts of the Epstein client list is the lack of anybody Muslim. There aren't any. But you would think through the sea of propaganda about what Muslims do today, and in the words of Alex Jones, the Islamic takeover of the West, that there would be Muslims involved in the biggest uncovered blackmail operation ever. But no. Even with the former most Googled man in the world, Andrew Tate, who continues to blame terrorist attacks on Muslims.
Guess what I saw in the car on the way here? A terror attack in Germany. A Muslim ran over a bunch of white people in Germany this morning. But the white people in Germany can't band together to fight against it because then they are what?
3 times now where it turns out they weren't even Muslim at all. The Pakistani invader was a Christian born in the UK. The Christmas jihadist hacker hated Muslims and even replied to my tweets saying that. And the German guy from the other day that Tate mentioned on the PBD podcast, that guy was a Christian. Happy Lent, by the way, to all the Christians, and I hope it's successful. It's no hate to Tate, people make mistakes, but when I became Muslim 2 years ago, I thought the propaganda was over. Boy, oh boy. People ran out of lies, so they started hating the way we fast, saying that Ramadan is like skipping lunch. If you think having no food, water, or coffee every day from 5 a.m. to 6 or even 8 p.m. for a month straight is easy, be my guest. So whatever bullshit propaganda they spread about us, at least there were no Muslims on the Epstein list.